the mob that tried unsuccessfully to cancel Shiloh Hendricks was far, far more outraged over Shiloh saying the N-word than they were over Carmelo Anthony stabbing somebody to death. Indeed, many of them actively supported Carmelo Anthony murdering Austin Metcalf. They rewarded him financially for it. And this is all part of the preposterous racial double standard that has defined American culture for generations now. It is a double standard that declares it a greater crime for a white person to say a word than for a black person to kill a white person. In fact, killing a white person could even be a just punishment for saying that word, according to these standards. The rules surrounding this word, the moral weight granted to it, the arbitrary guidelines drawn around it, it's all nonsense. It's all indefensible on both moral and intellectual grounds. People are fed up with it.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I don't know what goes on inside of the mind of a Matt Walsh or anyone like him to come out and say the bullshit that he does on a regular basis. I don't know, furthermore, how anyone remotely takes him seriously. I mean, at this point, this is just bad trolling. It really is. It truly, honestly is. I can't even bring myself to be remotely upset or mad with the stuff that he says, because it's literally a wash, rinse, repeat of something he's probably already said before, or something that somebody else has said, and he keeps stretching and regurgitating it out. Now, as you can see right here, this is a clip right here, and I'm not sure when this was made, but maybe let's just hypothetically say that it was recent. So now he's doing the same age-old thing of with the N-word and how I was holding so much weight, and he's on here, of course, lying per usual about people can go to jail or should go to jail for saying the N-word and all types of stuff like that. This goes to the mini deep dive that I just recently did. The irony that I just recently recorded a mini deep dive about why these white supremacists want to say that word so bad, and then this video drops in my lap. So you have Matt Walsh on here talking about Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, and then he's talking about Shiloh Hendricks. The one big screw up that he made off the bat was when he was talking about how people gave money or donated money to Carmelo Anthony. And mind you, this was not money just to give to him just so he could live good. Remember, Carmelo Anthony comes from a middle-class family. They were already good financially. So it's not like he needed it. This was for legal fees. That's what it was for. But let them tell it. He's probably out here driving a Range Rover and living in a penthouse somewhere. Let them tell it. But no, that's not it. But where Matt Walsh messed up at was when he was talking about the donations that Carmelo Anthony got. But then he failed to mention about all the money that Shiloh Hendricks got. And I still remember how they were making a competition out of, oh, Shiloh Hendricks, she got all this money. She got more money than Carmelo Anthony. I still remember them doing that. I'm almost certain Matt Walsh was probably engaged in those antics as well, acting like little kids. And I said to myself, so this was a competition for you at the end of the day. To see this white woman, who by the way isn't even American, make all this money for calling this disabled black boy in the park the N-word, versus what could allegedly be seen as self-defense. Again, I'm saying allegedly when it comes to Carmelo Anthony, and they made a whole competition out of it. I even went on to say, and I'ma still stand by this, that what happened between Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf should have been an isolated incident. It should have never got to the point in which it did. But people like Matt Walsh, because Matt Walsh was how I found out about the story, took that story, saw it was a white person who was killed at the hands of a black boy, and turned it into a racial thing and say, oh, he killed him because he was white, and white men or white males are unprotected. You know, the stuff that they're saying online right now. And it's just mind-boggling to me. And that's how I found out about the story. But then that's how the agenda part or the narrative spun the way that it did because of people like Matt Walsh. Fast forward a couple weeks later, you had what happened with Shiloh Hendricks, and I'm willing to bet that Matt Walsh was one of her biggest donors, making that woman damn near a millionaire within a month's time. And he's gonna sit up there talking about some money. I'm like, Matt Walsh, y'all helped to make this woman damn near a millionaire, literally within a month, and you want to sit up there and talk about some money. But he, of course, goes on to say he keeps trying to make it seem like, people are going to, or should they go to jail for saying the N-word, or are they going to jail? No, you're not. At the end of the day, whether you want to believe Carmelo Anthony defended himself or he did not, he was still arrested and charged for what happened. You don't have to like what the outcome was with what the judge did, lessening the charges, but he was still charged. Shiloh Hendrix was not arrested for what she said, nor was she charged with anything. Now, of course, as of recent, something legal did happen. I can't remember exactly what it was, but initially at that time, she was not hit with anything. She was able to still flourish and still go on about her business and her life and collect money on that Give, Send, Go, which I'm sure Matt Walsh and others definitely helped contribute to. So I don't know what the hell Matt Walsh is getting up here talking about, but you know what? I'm not surprised, because this is the same Matt Walsh who last December went on a whole 40 damn near hour long rant about nothing as it pertained to the Sonic 3 movie. Y'all remember it, because I did a whole live talking about it. It made absolutely no sense. They literally labeled it as one of the worst Sonic 3 reviews online. It made no sense at all. It was a kids movie. Just take your kids, watch the movie. If you didn't enjoy it, then you didn't have to go on a whole rant like he did about it. It was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. At that point, if you never knew who Matt Walsh was up until that point, you would know not to take him seriously. That part, if you didn't know anything else but except him for that, you would know not to take Matt Walsh seriously. Just like I don't take him seriously right here with what he just said. It doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to the people that's listening right now. And it, low-key, quiet as it's kept, it don't make any sense to him. He's just getting on there rambling because he has to gather engagement, clicks, views, which of course turns into money, and wash, rinse, repeat. He's going to do the same thing again about something else. Going to sit up there and talking about, how the N-word, apparently holds so much weight that people are getting arrested for it or going to jail or whatever. See, the thing is, it was so nonsensical that I can't even really remember half the shit that he said, even if the video was less than a minute long, because it didn't make any sense. He just got up there again. It must have been a slow news day, and he said, let me go ahead and just talk about whatever. Honestly, with the talking points that Matt Walsh has, every day is a slow news day for him. Every single day. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.